Welcome back to part 2 of the Sentinel class video. Today, we're going to start it off with Cypher. We went over Killjoy and the fundamentals of Sentinels in the last part. So if you haven't watched that part, make sure you watch it before you go into this video. Alright, so Cypher, I want to talk about his camera and his cages because those are the main pieces of utility to help you with attack. Cameras can be used for information gathering defaults. This is a really good camera to do before or when the round starts. You just aim right here, jump until you see the blue marker and place it. This camera gets ultimate and your opponent can't really see it. It's very hard to see. Like the camera is right here. It's really hard to spot. And this just gathers all the information mid. You can tell if people are flanking, getting aggressive. This is information gathering. This is one of the ways Cyphers can be played. Alright, so what Cyphers don't usually do is just actually go into the site using his utility. So I want Cypher players to know that there's no reason not to cam before you enter the site. Also use your cage to block off certain areas before you enter. So for example, I'm gonna cage in front of me to block off all of graffiti, and then cam my right to get info. With the instant info, I know one's backside. Alright, let's get into Sage. Sage is a very popular Sentinel. She acts quite differently from other agents. Her utility is not very catered to specifically holding flanks. While you can by just placing a wall, not very commonly used as that way. Her utility is to support her team with heals, and to also delay retakes, Bloodline executes using her wall and her slow orb. Her wall though, I want to get into her wall. Her wall can actually be used in a very selfish way, also in an information gathering way. An example of her wall being used in a selfish way is creating off angles that opponents would not be expecting. An example is just this wall, for example. Fighting here, the attackers would not be expecting a Sage to be up here, for example. But this is a very selfish wall because this is just for yourself. But an example of her wall being an information gathering ability by placing it at a choke point. So this is a very commonly placed wall on this map. It's just the C garage wall. This wall can hold off garage, this whole choke point here. And this is a form of information gathering. You can hear them if they break the wall. Or if they don't break the wall, then you can assume that your garage is fine. Alright, Chamber. It's the Sentinel I would like to say is the most aggressive out of the four. Reason being is his utility is catered towards giving him strong weapons that can help him get kills. But my biggest tip is to utilize his teleport ability, take first fights, and to get picked for your team. His getaway ability is what makes him so aggressive. It is akin to how Reyna, Jet, and Yoru have abilities that allow them to take a gunfight and get away safely to avoid a trade. So also, utilize this trip by holding down choke points is a very important tip. And when you guys play Chamber, I want you guys to think of very creative ways to use his teleport to create off angles and win gunfights. Very popular setup, especially on this map, Lotus. This might be his best map right now. Is simply play this trip B. This will hold this B main area, get info, and then place his teleport right here on Waterfall. Why Waterfall? Is because you could take a fight C long right here, and you have this whole area to fight, and then you get one kill, and then you instantly teleport away. So this is just a creative way of using his teleport ability to get an aggressive gunfight and get out. Alright, I want you guys to apply these pointers and fundamentals said in this video and pick an agent and get creative with how you play the agent. The Sentinel role creates many opportunities of creativity.
so that you can play in many different styles. Use the different tips for each agent and think of your own ways to use utility to win rounds. I'm Coach NJV, and I hope you realize how Sentinels can bring a lot to the table for a team, being able to hold down choke points to be advantageous to your team, and even having elements of information gathering with their utility. Get creative with the Sentinel role, and I hope you learned something. Have a great one, guys.